all showing your face here.
You and Mrs. Carvey want me to take this fight?
Ozzy's fixing to kill you.
Let's talk about really briefly the themes in this movie and kind of what it's about for people who haven't seen it.
Poor Boy's Game really came out of that the sort of the tension that's been in Halifax for a long time between the black community and the white community. The story's about Danny Glover, who plays this guy whose son was beaten by Rossif Sutherland's character. And Rossif Sutherland's character comes out of prison, and he's now back into the community, and Danny has to figure out what will he now do with this guy who's injured his son.
You know who I am.
Why don't you just do what you came here to do and leave?
I wanted to make sure that the story was fair, and to be as truthful as possible, and really kind of explore these issues around class and race and forgiveness.
The parole board decided to release Darnie Rose against our congregation's objections. They didn't consider the community or the family's feelings.
Race is not something that we readily talk about here in this country, and so I really wanted to have an honest discussion and to make a film that was entertaining as well.
I want him to pay for what he done to my boy.
See, me and Rose, we got into it when we was kids.
What are you trying to say, Ozzy?
I ain't got my rematch yet. You feel me?
Ultimately, it's about redemption. Ultimately, it's about how do you heal a community, how do you move forward, and you move forward with forgiveness, I think.
Why was boxing the kind of metaphor you used? I think is really interesting.
Well, I mean, I think boxing for me is a metaphor for life. It's about confronting your own fears as well as facing your opponent. And the character in our film, he just wants to have heart, and we could all sort of identify with that. Being knocked down and getting up before the count of 10. Things happen to us in life, and so when these things happen, we have to figure out how do we respond to it. Do we give up or do we answer the bell?
Come on, get in the ring.
What are you doing here?
I ain't doing this for you.
And I think it's important to have a message out there where it's like, let's forget about the fear a little bit and open up a conversation and open up a dialogue and say, what is it that we need to sort of coexist?